Okay, guys, welcome to lecture 6 of scalping. Today we're going to discuss the timings to trade, and also I'm going to discuss the pairs to trade. What pairs you should be trading and what are the timings you should be looking for. During those timings, you should be looking for the trading opportunities, guys. And in reality, in practical terms, if you are trading in intraday trading, all you need is to sit for not more than 3 to 4 hours. Say, guys, 5 hours a day, 3 to 4 hours a day, sometimes maximum 4 to 5 hours a day to book your 20 pips a day. 20 pips a day. Makes sense? Guys, you didn't even need more than, sometimes you'll find the trade within the first hour, 20 pips, you're done. I will be discussing the business plan in lecture 7, which is intense, but which will make you significantly rich as long as you follow the business plan, because Forex is, if you approach Forex as a business, otherwise Forex is not different than gambling or playing a video game. So guys, if 20 pips your objective for the day, it shouldn't take you more than few hours to achieve those objectives, and these are the timings that you should be approaching. So please, everyone, note these timings. I'm going to address this in a second. Okay. This is United Kingdom timings, guys, UK local timings. So you might have to change and convert these timings as per your location where you live in. Okay, guys, remember the pivots refreshes every day when the candle closes, and the candle in United Kingdom closes at 10 p.m. You understand this, guys? Yes. Pivot refreshes, the level refresh again. Yes. Everybody know this, right? Good. I need acknowledgement here. Everybody say yes. Okay, guys. So, and guys, we have 3 sessions. When the pivots begins, this is what I discussed with all of you previously. The pivots represents what? The pivots represents where it begins is the beginning of the day, and where it ends is the end of the day. Yes. This is the start of the day. That is the end of the day. I mean, this is the Asian session into London session around here, and that's New York session, and then it ends here. That is 10 p.m. GMT. You don't have to set any pivots or anything, guys. I'm telling you the timings that you should be looking for the trading opportunities. You can set your times on your phone, on your clock, on your computers. It has nothing to do with pivots. Sometimes the pivots, the MetaTrader, the trading view pivots timings might be different. I'm not suggesting the timings on the pivot. When you're referring to the timings, use your watch to set the time and see if it is the time that I'm referring to. Make sense? So I'm not looking as to the time is concerned. I'm not looking on the computer. Instead, I look on my watch and say, okay, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm waiting. I'm approaching the trading opportunities. Make sense? Okay, guys, the Asian session begins. In Asian session, the normal market behavior is that market range in Asian session, right? The market range in Asian session. I'm not suggesting you trade Asian session when you're trading intraday trading. Of course, you can trade Asian session. Of course, you can trade Asian sessions. Market moves in Asian session. Yes, it does. But to effectively trade intraday trading, my advice is to trade the times I'm going to suggest in a second. But if you, let's say you want to trade Asian session, then a few things you need to remember. Whenever your day begin, market will, when the pivots refreshes, market will open not from any pivotal level. Normally, market will be in between the pivotal levels. Yes. And the first trade that you're going to take from Asian session begin, when the Asian session begin, is going to be a trade from the secondary levels. Yes. Blind trade, that's right. Blind trade, I classify it as a blind trade. From the secondary level, it's not going to be a classic trade. It's not going to be a class A trade. So it's entirely up to you how you want to approach this to begin your day. I'm not suggesting that you should be trading an Asian session when it comes to intraday stroke scalping. Makes sense, guys, what I said. And again, guys, of course, you can trade by all means Asian session. My portfolio is 65% based on trading in Asian session, by the way, guys. It's easier to trade Asian session normally. The reason is Asian market ranges normally. There's no breakouts in Asian sessions. So if you're on the wrong side of the market, you will be out of the market with not substantial losses. Make sense, guys? And if you're on the right side of the market, the profits are pretty smooth. Regardless, the profits are not with high volatility. It will be a range bound market. Make sense, guys? But as an intraday trader, I'm not suggesting that you should be trading in Asian markets. Instead, you should be trading the time I'm going to discuss in a second. But by all means, if you're trading in Asian session, remember the first trade will be a blind trade. The second thing, guys, in Asian market, the market range and the range breakouts normally when the Asian session ends and the London or European market opens. Remember this. Remember what I said. The range breakouts normally when Asian session ends and New York, London and European market opens, guys. Again, I'm not discussing and going into details as to the market makers method, but I am precisely sticking to the timings so that and make it as simple as I can for you guys, so you can stay focused on the trading, guys. Make sense? So please confirm if you understand what I've said so far, guys. Remember, another question a lot of people ask: when do we be vigilantly watching the computers and sitting on our computers, right? Now, vigilantly watching the computers, sitting on our computers. Come on, guys, common sense. When the market has high volatility, that is when you should be sitting and watching your trades, right? Common sense. When there is high volatility, you should be watching and sitting on the computer because it's likely the market will move in your direction, or it's likely the market will go against your trading direction when there is high volatility. The next question is, when is the high volatility? Common sense. Whenever the banks trading, that is when the high volatility will kick in. And when normally the bank trades, guys, when in Asian market the bank trades, tell me. When in London market or European markets the bank institutions start trading, and when in New York market the institutions start trading, guys, anybody tell me, when do they do business? When they open, that's right. When they normally open, that's right. When Asian market opens, when the Asian banks open, they begin trading, and you'll see volatility. When London market opens, European market opens, you'll see volatility. And when the New York market opens, you'll see volatility. Normally, if you see the calendar, when do you see the news timings are? What's the standard pattern of news timings? Any news timings for London session, for New York session? Open, normally, not close, open. The UK news normally come around, guys, 9 till 11 o'clock. New York news are mostly from 1:30 till 3 p.m. United Kingdom, which is 9 till 11, 12 o'clock in New York. Makes sense? Asian news are 12:30 till 1:30. That is it. Why is this? Because that is when the institutions open, that is when the governments open, that is when the banks open, that is when the trading begins, and that's where the money exchanges, and that is where the volatility rises and increases. Makes sense, guys? As we go into the session, the volatility reduces. Makes sense? Exactly. Let's make it easier. Start of any session. First few hours will always have volatility, and that is what the intraday traders feed is, and that is where the intraday trader has to be to capitalize on that volatility and make the most out of it. Make sense? Guys, 20 pips a day trading. What are the method I'm suggesting you is trading for an hour every day and achieving that objective. Trading any session for an hour and achieving that objective far easier. And I'm going to give you the business plan in the next session. Trust me, you can make $1 million with only 10 grand of investment in 12 months. But that's what I suggested in my previous talk I had earlier with one of the groups. So guys, making $1 million from 10 grand investment is the best profitable business I can suggest you. And I'm inviting you to not spend more than an hour on your charts, intraday charts, and still able to make that substantial profit. Yes? Yes? The key is consistency. The key is consistency. The key is discipline. The key is treating it as a business. This is the key, and that's what I will discuss in the next session. So if you're thinking that by using the method of scalping, you will be aiming for 100 pips every day, yes, of course you can. But forgive me, it's unlikely that you will. It's pretty unlikely that you will be a consistently profitable trader, but because your mindset is not to approach this as a business opportunity, guys. Yes? Makes sense, guys, what I'm saying again. So guys, whenever you're trading, remember the first few hours, 3 to 4 hours of every session is where the volatility is, where the meat is, and where you should be focusing on. And that is where you should be sitting on computers. Makes sense? Do you understand this? Okay, now, guys, the timings I'm strongly suggesting is at 5 a.m. till 11 a.m. United Kingdom time. You should be looking for the trading opportunities. That is the high volatility times, guys. That is where the high volatility is. Prior to 5 a.m., normally you'll see market in range mode, and then the price breaks, and that is where you want to kick into the market. Make sense? Guys, what will happen when the Asian session started? Market is at no institutional level, non-pivotal level, right? And before 5 a.m., you will see market hitting the pivotal level, and that is where you want to enter into the market and take the ride, the trend ride, which normally begins trendy move. It normally begins around 5, 6 a.m. United Kingdom, 7 a.m. sometimes, 8 a.m. sometimes. But from 5 till 11, you'll see those moves happening, volatility increasing. All you need is to stick in, use the rules of the price action, take the trades from the pivotal levels. That is it. Makes sense, guys? So guys, Asian session begin. Market is on no pivotal level, right? You'll be watching the market. Let the market arrive at a pivotal level. That will definitely happen before 5 a.m. And that is where you should be watching. Then the price is on a pivotal level. 5 a.m. you see a candlesticks. You need to get on the trade, and that's volatility kicks in. It pushes the price either way. If it's in your direction, you'll make the money. Make sense, guys? You understand how you should be approaching the Asian session range into the trendy. Remember, market range first, then the trend, and then go back into consolidation. But that's what the pattern is. Please confirm if you guys understand what I've said so far. So you understand 5 a.m. till 11 a.m. United Kingdom. Yes? Guys, try understand something. Never, okay, I'm going to say this. Never take a counter trend trade between 5 and 11 a.m. Never. Never take a counter trend trade between 5 and 11 a.m. guys. If you see a bullish trend at 5 a.m., you took a first trade, bullish trade, you make the money and you want to re-enter into the market again, try to wait for another buying opportunity. Instead, you're selling against the trend. Guys, trust me, if you enter against the trend and it is a trendy day, then market will burn you. Make sense, guys? Because in one session, if it's a trendy day, the market will show extreme trend without hardly any retracement. Make sense what I'm trying to say? So do not try to capture the retracement moves. Instead, stick with the trend. If it's not a trendy day, you'll still make the money by the range, right? But let's say if it's a trendy day, then guys, that day you'll make 6 times more than your risk. Make sense? 6 times more than your risk. But if you're trying to re-enter into the market, let's say you had a first buying trade at 5 a.m., a second buying trade at 9 a.m., and you still want to jump into the trade, and you see you expecting a retracement, you want to sell it in the buying trend. Guys, what if there is no retracement? Because on a trendy day, forget any retracement on 15 minutes time frame, guys. Make sense? or retracement will be maybe 5-10 pips. That's it. Makes sense? So my advice is between 5 and 10, 11 a.m. when you do not take a counter trend trade. I'm telling you this because I've been burned myself so many times in the past that I've learned this lesson, guys. Imagine you are trading a counter trend trade when EJ have gone up, when GJ have gone up in previous weeks. Imagine you're trading a counter trend trade. Would you not be burned in those days? Tell me. There was no retracement, guys. There was no correction. They were just keep on going up and up. Yes. So you want to trade with the trend, establish your zones, stick with the trend, and do not take counter trend trades before 11 a.m. guys. And now then what? After 11 a.m. guys, the market again go into consolidation. So you can take a breath, you can take a rest, and the market start picking up again at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 between 11 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. You'll see market slow, market dead. So that is not a time when you should be entering into the trade. And why is that? Because market is deciding a handover to the New York market makers. Make sense? Makes sense, guys. 1:30 is when the New York market opens, guys. When the news comes from the New York market, that is where the volatility kicks in. Again, guys, same procedure between 1:30 and 4 p.m., guys. 3:30, 4 p.m. Never take a counter trend trade. You'll see a trend at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Stick with it. If you stick with the trend, that is where the most volatility is. Guys, remember, and you wouldn't get a chance to go into a counter trend trade on 15 minutes time frame and make the money. Instead, you'll be burned. So stick with the trend. I normally stick with the trend. Never take a reversal trade between those timings, guys. You understand this? Never. You trade with the trend. Guys, New York session is normally more trickier. New York session will have non-smooth, trendy trades. I can tell you this. London session is the most easiest to trade, the most smoothest to trade. If you catch a buying trend at 5 a.m., it's gonna stick. You'll see it remains buying, or you will see decent retracement as well. A healthy trend is what in which the price rise and price decently retraces. So retracement and the trend is decent. Makes sense? An abnormal trend is when there is no retracement in the market. Makes sense, guys? And that's normally happens, and you will see this happening mostly in the New York session, highly manipulated session, New York markets. So make sure if you want to trade intraday trading, my advice is capitalize on the European markets. Makes sense? Again, guys, the key is, I'm saying again, it's so important. Never take a counter trend trade. It will burn you. Never take a counter trend trade. That's my advice. Strong advice again. And this is why, guys, my strong suggestion is that stick with the trend when you're trading intraday trading. It will give you bare opportunities. Why do you want to stick with the trend? Because the day the market does a breakout or a trendy move, you want to be on the right side of the market. Make sense? So let's say a market is consolidating. I still want you to trade that consolidation in the direction of an overall trend. Make sense? Until that trend fails. Because if that consolidation breaches in the direction of the trend, you can capitalize on that trading session. Please say yes if you understand what I said, all of you. And guys, by 4 o'clock, try to start closing your trades. You don't want to stay in the trades end of the day. You want to get out of the trades. Why is this? It's intraday trading. The pivots will refresh. I never open a trade after 3:30 p.m. United Kingdom if I'm trading intraday trading. My 90% trading intraday trading was maximum before 3 p.m. United Kingdom. I can tell you this. If I'm trading New York session, if not most of my trading, let's say 74%, 5% was by 11 a.m. in the morning. I am done with my 50, 100 pips. Make sense, guys? Always. That's what I always did. Makes sense? And I went on enjoying the market, enjoy my day, things like this. Yes, I might trade a day where you've got news, FMOs, the Fed minutes are coming out. They came, they normally comes around 6 p.m. I might be trading those, yes. Unless there's an event. If there is no event, guys, stick to these timings. Trust me, guys, you trade these timings only when the direction of the trend, you will see the improvement. Make sense? So please confirm if you guys understand this, all of you. And guys, this is your day begins. This is your Asian session, right? This is your Asian session. That is your London session. And these are your New York market. Can you see this, guys? Everybody see this, right, guys? Guys, I would like to trade London session, London Open, or the New York session, guys. Make sense? Make sense, guys? Again, guys, I do not like to trade after 3:30, 4 o'clock. When the 3:30, 4 o'clock hits is this. This is your 3:30, 4 o'clock. Guys, I don't like to trade this end of the chart. I don't like to trade this area, guys. This is my main trading area, guys, normally every day. That's around, this is around, guys, this is around 5 o'clock, guys. 5 a.m. till this time. Make sense, guys? Yes? Guys, this is your London session trade. Make sense? During this day, you've got to trade in the New York session here. That's your New York session, guys. Yes? Market in extreme range. This is your London session. London to New York session, guys. This is 10:30. Again, guys, this is your London session. Clean trade here, guys. Trend is up. Again, I don't like to trade. Guys, remember this. I'm going to say it again. I don't like to trade this time. And I don't like to trade this time, guys. Make sense, guys? I like to capitalize on the areas around these timings. Make sense? And these are the times that I referred to you earlier today. Make sense? Please confirm if you understand this, guys. You will see by practicing how they effectively work. But again, guys, do not trade based on timings. They are add on. You trade based on what you see on the charts. Do not confuse yourself, okay? But if you use these timings effectively in your trading, you will see the improvement. I can tell you this. What will happen? You will sit on the computer, you will see the move straight away, hitting your way. You're not going to be like waiting, and that increases the frustration, especially for an intraday trader. Make sense? So please confirm if you guys understand the timings. All of you, please confirm me. And guys, again, the next question is, anybody has any question as to the timings are concerned? Guys, trust me, you might think the timings are not important. The timings are extremely important. And the most even important statement out of my speech is this: do not take a counter trend trade within those timings. You will be burnt, because I've been burnt many times. You can set your trading view with your timings of your region, of your country. Of course you can set it by the London timings timing standards. I think there's an option, so just search on that. This guys, definitely I think you can. Guys, this is a New York session. This is the beginning of a New York session. 3:30. Can you see this? This is the London session. Okay, this is the counter trend trade. Price was stalling here. You might say, okay, I'm going to take a reversal trade. The price rises. That was the trend. I want to take a reversal trade because I think the price will go to the downside. That's what you think, right?
and the price kept going up. And you see this. This is a reversal trade in a buying trend. You should be taking the trade. You should always be looking for buying opportunities. Make sense? Make sense, guys? This is another reversal trade example. The trend is up. The price went up. This is price showing evening pieces. You think, okay, let me sell here below the resistance. Price might go to this. Price did a small retracement, boom, up to the upside. You might be struck out of the trade straight away. Make sense? You don't want to be. And guys, this will be fine. The day market is ranging. The day market breaks out. Market will even give you a chance to breathe. Make sense? Very important, guys. If you want to be an intraday trader, what I've discussed today is extremely important. Extremely important. It has to be your second nature when you're trading. If you make this and then focus and capitalize on the rules that I've set for you the first 3 lectures, trust me, you will see extreme improvement in your trading. Make sense? Say yes. Guys, imagine this is an uptrend. Never take a reversal trade, guys. Never. You might think, okay, I've got an evening star. Let me take a reversal trade. Guys, look at the small retracement continuation to the upside. Can you see this? Don't try this. You will be burned. I rather buy the dips. I'm not gonna sell this. This day, I'm buying only. This day, I'm buying only. So you will know in advance what you're going to do in question because you zoom in so much. And guys, market will give you the chance to do the counter trend trades. So please confirm if you understand the significance of it. Yes? Okay, guys, what pairs you should be trading, guys? Again, I will discuss the number of pairs you should be trading, how you should be opening your trades, how many trades you should be opening. If you follow the method that I'm going to tell you on 5 pairs, you will always end your day a profitable day, guys, regardless you have losses on few pairs. I can tell you this. And next week, I will be doing an exercise with you on 3 pairs every day. We will be trading on 3 pairs every day. After the candle close, I will be reviewing those pairs on every trading opportunity we would have taken by the rules set out in the first 3 lectures. We take a profit, we take a loss, we'll honestly take, guys, and then we'll calculate end of the week how many pips we made. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this every day next week with all of you guys, so that, guys, it's a confidence that you need to trust that, yes, you will be a profitable trader at the end of the day. When you have losses, you lose that confidence, you get scared, you start changing the method. Make sense? This is what in my private mentorship, I make students trade with me for 4 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, guys. What do we do is we have a room, we have a shared screen, guys. They join in and they stick with me there. Again, guys, they open the trade based on my suggestion. They close the trade based on my suggestion. So they have to wait for the trade. They learn how to take the loss. They learn how to take the profit. I control them so they get used to that behavior, that routine of a trader, which sometimes it's hard for you to follow by yourself. Make sense? That is only missing here. That is only missing here. For a few months, I've been doing this for a few months already. Guys, it's very expensive. You won't be able to afford it. Let's not talk about this. Focus on this, guys. Okay. So please confirm if you understand this, all of you. Yes? And guys, now I'm going to discuss the pairs you should be trading. Okay, guys, you can trade any pair you like, by the way. You can trade any pair you like. You can trade any pair you like. Okay. Again, USD crosses, remember their range will be from 20 pips to 60 pips a day. If it's a ranging day, a slow day, the pair range will be from 20 pips, 25 pips, right? 30 pips, Euro, US dollar sometimes, Australian dollar also sometimes. Guys, if it's a trendy day, it's going to be 60 pips normally, 50, 60 pips. That's what the range is. You can trade this to begin your journey, guys. Yes, regardless, whatever the range on the day in question is, you will see market going from one pivotal level to another pivotal level. That's the magic of that pivots. Make sense? To begin with, I suggest you trade with these pairs. To begin with, you're practicing, guys. Then, guys, Japanese yen crosses. their range will be from, guys, will be from 30 to 120 pips. On a range, they used to range more than I used to write the range for nearly 60 pips a day. They've reduced in recent years. The range has been reduced, shrinked significantly, guys, significantly. Now 30 pips is a normal range. You will see price moving up and down 30 pips. But guys, if it's a trendy day, you will see them moving 120 pips, 100 pips, 80, 90, 100 pips. So yes, Japanese crosses, it's a good pair to trade, slightly more aggressive than the USD crosses. Make sense? Make sense? Say yes, all of you. And guys, exotic pair, New Zealand crosses, yes, you can trade them as well. You can trade them. Euro, New Zealand dollar, GBP, New Zealand dollar, Australian, New Zealand dollar, exotic pairs, their range is 50 to 150 pips. The average range will be like 50 pips. If it's a trendy day, you'll see them moving 150, even 200 pips. Make sense? They are exotic pairs. They'll give you quick money. They'll give you faster money. But remember, your stop losses will be 50 pips nearly on these, even if you're trading the pivotal levels. Make sense? You understand, guys? They are extreme movers. So if you're on the right side of the market, you'll have extreme profitability. If you're on the wrong side of the market, you have extreme losses. Make sense? Guys, trading an exotic pair, trading a decent, less exotic, or trading a slow pair is pretty much like you're riding a horse, and horse riding on a faster speed, or you're driving a car and you're driving a faster speed. You will complete your journey fast if you're riding exotic drive. But remember, if you have an accident, you might hardly survive. Make sense? And again, guys, keeping in mind, you need to complete the journey. Our objective is not to complete a journey faster, because for me, Forex is a business. I rather trade decent pairs, USD crosses, Japanese yen. And guys, I will suggest you select 5 pairs, and select 5 pairs in a way that you have a blend of US cross, Japanese yen crosses, Japanese crosses, and maybe one exotic pair. Okay, not to begin with, I rather say few USD crosses and few Japanese yen crosses to begin with. When you become consistently profitable, guys, add one exotic pair. Make sense? Make sense, guys? To have your portfolio has to be a combination of these. What will happen in turn? Because if you're making profit from one, you might end up, if you're making a loss from one of the pairs, then you might end up making profit from another. And at the end, if you make a total, you'll end up having a profitable day. Make sense, guys? So your portfolio has to be divided. You shouldn't be stick to all USD crosses pairs at all times. Make sense? Please confirm, guys, if you understand this. I will be selecting one Japanese cross. I will be selecting USD cross, and I'll select one exotic pair. So 3 pairs we'll be focusing next week every day, and I'll go through with you. So my strong suggestion and advice is that you guys stay with me next week, every day, every night. I'm taking our time, especially for you. I don't have to, but I'm still taking our time. So you understand, guys, it is the process you need to go through. When I say by 100 pips a week, 1 grand, you can make 114 grand. I show you on the papers, you see on the papers, right? It's easier, just 100 pips. But the problem is you never have the confidence in yourself because you've never gone through that process of 12 months. If you have gone once through that process of 12 months, trust me, the coming years will be so easy for you because you have already gone through that process. And my speech on the previous lecture is very vital on the topic of discipline, money management, risk management, and I will publish this later, hopefully on the Facebook. So guys, again, it's a process that you need to go through to become that trader. You have the knowledge. The struggle is that you don't have the confidence. You don't have the confidence. Yes, 12 months. Oh, that's long. That's long. That is how you approach it. You need to have the confidence. Make sense, guys? So guys, next week, we're going through every day 3 pairs. I'm going to practically show you, and I will put those recorded sessions on the website so that you guys can take advantage of this. That's right, Ryan. Guys, unless you approach this as a business, this will never work for you. I can tell you this. I'm soon going to stop teaching online, as I discussed in my previous lecture, because of the book we are writing, and also the webinars that I'm giving one-to-one around the world. I will be traveling, but guys, you will have to get another trainer, another mentor, and trust me, you'll always be fine looking for another trainer and mentor, unless you really follow my advice. The most significant one is the discipline, the trading Forex as a business. Again, I don't want to discuss this here and move away from the topic. I had a talk earlier. You need to listen to it. Okay, guys. So please confirm, guys, if you understand the timings and if you understand how to approach what pairs to select, guys, please confirm by saying yes, all of you, because that's the end of the session. And I'm going to have lecture 7, hopefully on the weekend, Saturday, before we conclude this training, guys. And next week, for 5 days, I will go through with you every day on those 3 pairs to give you a practical confidence that how you should be approached. So guys, even if I'm trading on Monday and I have a losing day, I don't mind. I will do the same exercise on Tuesday, same exercise on Wednesday, same exercise on Thursday. You will see on Friday, I will be profitable. I will be in plus. You will see this. And that is what you need that is what you need to earn that confidence. Consistently applying the principle is the key, and that is where you guys lack, because once you have a losing streak, you start looking for other things, and that you shouldn't be doing. Make sense? Yes, guys, you can select any pair. GBP, USD, and GJ are more exotic. The nature of GBP, USD is that if it picks trend, it picks extreme trend as compared to Euro, US dollar. Makes sense? Australian dollar characteristic is that it is smooth and it always have decent retracement. GBP, when pick strength or pick a trend, USD, it hardly retraces. So every pair has its own nature. You need to get used to it. If you've been trading that pair, you will understand the nature of those pairs and you will see how to approach those pairs. Make sense? Yes, I love EJ. My 65% portfolio was on EJ. The trader I was trained in the bank only used to trade EJ, and that is where I trade. I made more than nearly 3 million pounds on EJ alone. That's what my portfolio is based on, guys. Okay, previous years EJ used to be very exotic. Now EJ doesn't even move much, by the way. That's the problem. So GJ is better than EJ nowadays. Okay, guys, well, that is the end of the session. I hope you enjoy this. I hope this will help you guys, and I will announce the timings for the last lecture hopefully tomorrow, guys. You can trade any USD crosses. It makes no difference, guys. GBP USD, I suggest. Euro USD, I suggest to begin. Australian USD, I suggest, guys. And the most significant thing, guys, if you're trading Asian session, trade the pairs which has Asian currency in it. So if you're trading an Asian market, my advice is focus on Japanese yen crosses, please, because Japanese market opens. If there is a volatility, will kick on Japanese currencies, the crosses will move. Makes sense? If you're trading London session, try to trade the European market pairs, GBP, Euro US dollar, pairs like this, not Australian US dollar. Makes sense? And if you're trading the New York market, of course, USD, any cross you can trade. This is a general advice, guys. It definitely works effectively. It's a common sense. Makes sense, guys? Okay, great, guys. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. I am pretty tired, and I've got another 2 groups to speak with, so I shall speak to you later. But practice and practice and practice what I've discussed today in your trading and see the difference and the results, guys. And I will announce lecture 7, hopefully tomorrow, and conclude this training course, guys. Thank you very much and have a great day. Good night.